This cat is special. It's been 3,000 people to death. He came to a body that had been dead for days, opened its little mouth, and breathed out. The next moment, the body woke up to the stench of its mouth. Her pupils turned into animal pupils. She slowly sat her day up. She was alive again. Alice was very confused. She looked around. She realized that the seagulls in the distance looked like they were right in front of her. An ant on the ground. She could clearly see its leg hairs. She didn't know what was happening. She crawled like a cat. From memory, she found her home without any hesitation. She jumped right onto the balcony. She punched the window and got in. The next day, Alice woke up. She rolled over and fell off the shelf. She did not understand how she slept on the shelf. Her memories were coming back to her. At this time, the kitten that saved her life appeared. According to the address on the cat's collar, Alice carried the cat to that place and found that the house was full of cats. The lady told Alice, "This is an ancient Egyptian sacred cat. It's been alive for over 3,000 years. Every 100 years, it chooses a female among humans to turn her into a Catwoman and give her the strength of a cat." Alice thinks she's a psychopath. She didn't want to listen to her. The woman took out a ball and threw it at her, and Alice reveals her true nature. The woman continued to talk to her. "In fact, you died a few days ago. It was this cat that brought you back to life. You passed its test. Now you're a cat lady." Then she pushed her down from the second floor. This woman smelled the cat's breath. Not only did she come back from the dead, she became Catwoman. Her favorite food is canned food, and she walks like a cat. She used to be weak, now she's arrogant. This night, the neighbor's house started another party. Alice, who used to be too weak to resist, kicked open the 8-meter thick door. She jumped on the table, grabbed a water gun, and sprayed the stereo. Then she stomped on her neighbor's chest. She taught her how to be a human being. Everyone was too scared to say a word. When she got home, she took out the sexy clothes she'd been afraid to wear. She cut her hair short and put on some sexy makeup. And there she was, the alluring and arrogant Catwoman. She gets on her motorcycle and sped off with a kick of the throttle. The motorcycle stopped at a jewelry store. Alice took a fancy to the mask. Suddenly she noticed the robbers in the store. She became interested. The robbers didn't give Alice a second thought. What they do not know is, Alice can't kick down to men with one kick. Since the cat let her live again and gave her special abilities, then she must do something righteous. Alice remembered the cause of her death. A week ago, she worked overtime at the company to organize information. When she was about to send the information to her boss, but she heard a secret. It turned out that the cosmetics sold by the company had strong side effects. If you keep using it, the skin will gradually break out until there was no remedy. Alice knocked over a glass of water in a panic. She rushed to escape. The boss is chasing her with his men. She went into the sewage outfall. Suddenly she felt a strong current. The boss wants to kill her. Alice was swept into the river. She soon lost her breath. Then she was saved by a cat. She had to take revenge. She went to the company to find her boss, but she found him dead. Then the boss's wife came out. She threw her a pistol. Then she pressed the alarm. She realized it was a frame-up. The police arrived quickly. Alice was taken to jail. This woman tried to escape. She saw a cat come through the bars, so she got up and followed the cat's example. First, she took a long leg, then her shoulders and had easily escaped. It's true that cats don't have bones. Catwoman was no different. Then she escaped through the window. She took the car that was offered to her. She got into the car and went to the boss's wife for revenge. At this time, the boss's wife was proudly holding a new product launch. She came home and found Alice in her house. Since the boss's wife had been using toxic cosmetics for a long time, her body has become very hard. Even when she hit her head against the iron bars, she picked up an iron bar and started to fight back. But Alice is very agile. She couldn't hit her. Instead, Alice kicked her away. She fell to the ground and pretended to be dead. Alice was about to go forward to check. Suddenly, the other party took a glass and stabbed Alice's leg, then pressed Alice on the glass and beat her furiously. Seeing the glass cracking more and more, the boss's wife was pleased with herself. Unfortunately, she didn't understand the flexibility of cats. Alice jumped onto the roof. She threw out her whip and slapped the boss's wife. Then she slapped the boss's wife on both sides of her face. The boss's wife was left with a bloody face. She fell from the window. She grabbed the railing. Alice is a kind-hearted person. Hurriedly reached out to pull her up, but the boss's wife saw her face, a face ruined by makeup. She couldn't accept it, gave up the struggle. She let go and fell down. From then on, the legend of Catwoman spread. She's sexy. She's brave. She's kind. She walks with grace and elegance. She walks on the roof of the house where she punishes the wicked.